Testing, testing. Okay. Well, we'll be back on in just a second. Let's grab my cup of tea. The audio issue seems to be fixed. Right. Let's get ourselves back on the road. Oh, we've got a message. And we've got a problem. Looks like my controls are only half working.
Butler Traveler 7947, LFT 42 Control, what do you want?
947, jumped from LHS 103, going to Crown Landing. LFT 42 Control, Charlie 35532 Oscar Mike.
947, contact again at Davis.
That's not it.
Flying to waypoint.
That's it.
947. LFT 42 Control, Pro 11176.
Charlie 35532 Oscar Mike, LFT.
This happens sometimes.
Go ahead.
Right.
2 Oscar Mike, outbound for Grant Relay, traveling to Gressley Dock in LP 3475.
2 Oscar Mike, Roger.
Right.
Squawk
There we
number
go.
317.
And then
LFT 42 Control, Quebec 92143.
2 Oscar Mike, you are cleared for interstellar travel to LP 3475. Until next time.
Wilco, 2 Oscar Mike.
Pro 11176, LFT 42 Control, hello, go ahead.
and
176, from Crown Landing.
joy of joys.
176, acknowledged. Squawk 7257.
I was hoping that we wouldn't get too much of this.
Thomas Security Consultants 53.
Quebec 902.
It's happened again.
LFT 42 Control, what do you want?
143, inbound via Ingdale, on my way to Spring Plant.
176, you are cleared for transition to Ingle. Good hunting.
947, arrived at waypoint 5.
Okay. What is going on? Right. So we are stuck here. And the controls are simply not working. And as far as I can see, they are working. Oh, we've had it again. So retry that. Okay. Right, looks like we may be in business. Try it in the game. Yes. Ah, that was annoying. Right, so we have a message. Hey. Just check our cargo. Yep, we're all set. Galaxy map. Make sure we go to the right place this time. Nice fast route planned. "13 jumps. And just as a thought, I was thinking about adding something if the Starport Services has it. Heatsink launchers. Going to add some tonnage. We get a couple. 4 heat sinks that we can drop. if we have problems. Now that's taken a little bit out of our... So first of all, we need to set up a fire group. What's my secondary fire? It should be that. It's not. Well, we're going to worry about that a bit later, so what we're going to do is we're going to set up a secondary group. C. Two, and the test, we're going to have that on 2. And to change fire group is... that plus that. Okay, cool. So, back to the galaxy map, and plot route. That's interesting. I did not say go there at all. I've had this before where it just won't. Right. Plot route. Plot that route. We're set. 13 jump still. And we're all set. One thing we can do is just check the mission board and see if, although this is a bit slower, and see if anyone wants stuff taken to Leasty. Wish you could filter by destination, but, well, you might be able to, but it will take too long to find out. Nah. So we exit, and we get on with it. We do a little bit of testing once we get out of the station.
Landing gear retracted.
There we go. Cheeky boost. Yeah, I know I'm speeding. Right, so if I hold this down,
Clear of the station limits. Safe travels, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
and we're away. Right, that was interesting. I was sounding entirely there for a second. So, while we're here, hold this. Primary A. Well, my secondary fire button doesn't seem to do anything, so that's something to look into. And sound's going funny again. Got something to look into there, I think.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping.
Bong.
Fuel sink disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Right, so this is a tricky one. We will get pulled out of Super Cruise very quickly if we're not careful.
164 Center, Jedi Party Supply 387.
We need to get off its plane of ecliptic and avoid that tail.
Frameshift drive charging.
Should be okay.
164 Center, go ahead.
387, just left
Critical base.
There's probably a better way of doing that, but I don't know what it is yet. Want to scoop a bit.
Fuel scooping.
Save the traffic. King Restaurant Supply 40460.
That'll do.
Fuel scooping complete.
Get clear. Wait for our heat to drop. I'm saving the heat sinks in case we get
Frameshift drive charging.
J8WNOM.
ganked. Or stuck in some other way.
460, absolute.
You can't avoid the FSD cooldown.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
8 jumps to go.
Fuel scooping.
Go do my bong.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Getting some audio issues again.
LHS 1631.
Didn't have any last night that I was aware of, so I don't know what's changed.
408, dropping in beta drive files release going to take.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Take security. Drop immediately for 14 violation.
Dropping for 14 violation 623.
Frameshift drive charging.
Should be very close now. Oh, a few jumps to go. Line up.
07006 Lima Foxtrot.
And heats down. And
Frameshift drive charging.
5 Lima Foxtrot. Range shifted from Elon 8, going to maximum.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Voice security, didn't you hear me? It is gone. Turning on emergency life support. 1 Oscar Echo.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
3 jumps to go.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping.
Nearly home.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive
This is your
charging.
captain. Due to some unforeseen delays, we will be arriving at our next destination later than scheduled.
Mark center.
And we're home. Do a D-scan just for the hell of it. We must know everything about the system by now. Just going to do some gentle fuel scooping while we lock up our...
Complete.
our destination, which is George Lucas, which has been home since I started the game. Whenever I've stopped for a while and so on, in the main, I've flown back here to dock my ship. Eventually. So generally when I come back to the game after some time, that's where I am. Right, Super Cruise. So we are moving at percentage of Sea of Light. Well, we're now moving something close to 3C, and he's going to climb. Watch that timer next to George Lucas underneath the lights to whatever light seconds. That's going to go down, and we want that to hold around 10 or 11 seconds. It's actually you can have it much lower, like 9 or 8 or 7. Not much lower than 5 is bad though. You will overshoot. So I'm coming in at George Lucas. You come in at an angle, you kind of loop round and then correct, because what you want to do is come in with the planet at your back, approaching the station. Not the most direct route. And there's a couple of reasons for this. Well, if you go the most direct route, the likelihood is you overshoot. Secondly, if you go the most direct route, George Lucas always faces towards, or any station always faces towards the planetary body it's orbiting, whether it's a rock or a moon or a planet. And if you drop in out of drive on the wrong side of it, you have to go round the station, which ironically takes longer because your speed is limited. So now this is quite a good run. This is by no means sort of my best. We're coming in, it's on 5. I need to just very gently adjust the throttle to keep it around 5. 3 is kind of very hard to maintain, but perfect. And now, drop. Hopefully under 500 km. 100 is amazing and will drop you practically on top of the station. Still came out of a bit of a flat angle. You should, if you get it just right, come out with pretty much facing the docking bay straight away. So, I'm going to go up to our contact and request docking.
Approval grant. Make your way to landing pad 09er.
I think there are ways of automating that, but I like that this little ritual is actually quite fun. But what I will probably invest in is an auto docker. If I'm going to do trade missions like this, because that can get tedious. I mean, docking never really gets that boring. But it does give me a bit of time to look things up or do something different while the ship docks. So I'm going to have a look at where the auto dock goes and what it will cost me to install one. And gear up. I'm blocking the thing, I don't want to do that. Pad 9, that's where we were last time. I used to be so much better at this. Much less stop start. That wasn't too bad, not too much damage, some scratches to the paint. Almost a full tank when we came in, which is always nice. And yeah, we just need to repeat the process. So what I'm going to do here, I need to finish this before sometimes early tomorrow morning. is sell this off. Quick calculations to see if I am actually going to achieve this mission. Right, we're more than halfway there. So 2 more runs will do it. Oh, the last run we need to know exactly how much we're taking and then load up with something more valuable on
India Romeo
the way back.
365 Oscar. Please see traffic.
So do I have time for another run? Probably, but I do want to take a couple of minutes.
65
Yep.
Oscar.
These audio issues are irritating, and I will have to look into them, but they're not too bad right now. So one of the options when we're doing something like that is that in the commodities market, we pick these up every time, and you can pick up more than one load. They will refresh over time, but quite slowly.
65 Oscar.
So you could load up, log out, if you know you're going to be doing something tomorrow, and come back and have more of them.
Delta Papa 8362. Please see traffic. What do you want?
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Flying towards Buzzer.
So let's just get set up so I can just go.
Inspector JXT 333/77742 security. Drop immediately for a cargo inspection.
Go to the right place this time.
Dropping for cargo inspection 427.
LFT 4242.
62. You are cleared for transition to Oslo.
Flying hundreds of light years to the wrong destination is a definite hazard in this game.
Spotted 360.
I imagine, like most piloty, technically things, there are so many things to do and so many things to miss. Distrustful white van, suspicious white van, the oyster. Am I flying in open?
Dropping for restricted approaches. 589er.
These are fleet carriers.
Dropping for document check.
I'm in a private group session, but all these people's fleet carriers are parked outside. We'll have a look at them someday. But for the moment, it's just getting familiar. And I've just knocked my powder down. You can see how bright it is here. So I'm going to be right back.
This is a Starcon regulations reminder. Please do not obstruct the access corridor during arrival or departure. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
Please see traffic. Quebec 12723 Yankee Oscar.
This is Starcon. Be aware of your speed whilst in and around the starport.
Quebec 12723 Yankee Oscar. Please see traffic. Howdy. Go ahead. 3 Yankee Oscar. Dropping in from Neckenhoe with destination Goming.
Please be traffic. Morales Star Cruiser 06017.
This is an important Starcon announcement. Acts of
3
aggression
Yankee
will
Oscar.
be met
We
with
see you.
appropriate force.
Fly safe. High profits to you. 3 Yankee Oscar.
Starry Private Investigations 44124. Lacey Security. Drop immediately for a document check.
Dropping for document check. 124.
For the safety of all visitors, please clear
Mumbai
the
Star
access
Cruiser
corridor quickly and
06017.
safely.
Please see traffic. Go ahead.
017, warning for Warrior with destination heading.
017, roger. Drop now for a routine inspection.
Okay, but make sure you stop next to routine. He's been talking me all day. I think he's fired 017.
In the interest of smooth traffic flow within the docking bay, Starcom requests that pilots avoid blocking access to docking pads. Pilots, please show consideration for fellow visitors. Slow down
Please see
and
traffic.
give other vessels
Professional
more
party
space
supply
inside the
294.
dock.
Professional party supply 294. Please see traffic. Go ahead. 294 has arrived from traveling to Nisti.
Starcom to all vessels. If you're unable to complete docking procedure within your time slot, you'll need to exit the bay and
294
resubmit a
ready for
docking
jump.
request.
High profits to you. Okay, 294.
This is Starcom. In order to keep bay traffic flowing smoothly, please follow standard operating procedures and request docking permission before entering the starport. Starcom would like to remind all pilots to avoid blocking access to docking pads during arrival and departure.
Nisti traffic. Alpha 636 Hotel Whiskey.
This facility operates under regulations forbidding
Alpha
the use of aggression
636 Hotel
in or
Whiskey.
around the
Please see traffic.
starport.
State your
Starcom
intention.
thanks pilots for their cooperation.
6 Hotel Whiskey. Inbound liaisons. Flying to Notok.
Right, I'm back.
6 Hotel Whiskey. Acknowledged. Score 1536.
Nice. So we're all set. We've got our route plotted. We've got
Starcom here. Welcome to the starport. Please alight at your assigned pad. Thanks for choosing this
Please
facility.
repeat. 6 Hotel Whiskey.
cargo.
6 Hotel Whiskey. Score 1536.
Just gonna roll a cigarette from the road, and then we will set off.
Starcom would like to remind
I'll probably be back in about, after this run, going something else for 20-30 minutes. And I might try and get as far back as I can before about 4:30.
Hasty traffic. Federation Life Support Repair 4072.
Right.
Starcom here. Welcome to the starport.
Federation Life Support Repair 4072. Hasty traffic. Go ahead.
072, dropping in 47 going hasty.
072, roger. Squawk 2971.
Landing lock disengaged. You may leave when ready.
Landing gear retracted.
Hasty traffic. Major Southeast 796.
Hasty traffic. Please repeat 072.
072,
We're all good, nothing to test. Boost out. Just going to get past the station's gravity lock. We're good.
Frameshift drive charging.
You are now clear of station restrictions. Starcom looks forward to receiving you again.
Okay, dropping to nav beacon 796.
It's an impressively loud game.
Fuel scoping.
There's a nice big jump. We can
Fuel scoping complete.
CT 3599 team control. Taylor Star Trigger 7056.
yeah, if anyone scans me here, well, the police scan me here, they will be unhappy. Right, and jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
Taylor Star Trek 7056, CD 359019 control. Good to see you again. Go ahead.
056, originating from LP 547159.
Fuel scoping.
Right, over the top.
Fuel scoping complete.
Bring ourselves down, keep an eye on temperature, line up with the dot, which is probably the star.
Frameshift drive charging.
Probably expect to be attacked at least once.
Cargo merchant 238.
the way this plots things for you is that you wouldn't do a fuel scoop at every stop. You would just jump and jump and jump. But I find that it's perfectly easy to just scoop as you go, especially if you've got a good scoop. Oh, drifted. Throttle back. Oh, it's coming quite throttle hot actually. Although that can occasionally be bad. So, probably the best thing, the best habit I have is throttling down and then throttling up just as we come in, so my hands are on the stick. And then you can very quickly throttle back if you need to, like you just jumped right next to a white dwarf or something, which have huge, tiny stars, but huge gravitational fields. I can bring you to a stop very, very suddenly and unpleasantly. Have a check of the 8 jumps to go. And I'll have to figure out a faster way to make money if I want to get that T9 or T10. And I need to sort out these curtains at some point. Well, I've not been scanning. The D-scanner just gets us a bit more information about the system. A little bit more discovery data. This is all stuff you can sell. Nice cool jump. Seven jumps to go. I'd love a little jump counter somewhere. I bet you there's a overlay or a plugin you can put in somewhere. Actually, I'll look into that. There's probably some information I can display in the black bar areas on my stream, like ship data and scoop a little longer. Yeah, not quite full, but still good. We're under 50%, so we can jump. Anarchy. So, very good chance of being jumped here. I'll just best be my guard. Honk. Still running a bit hot, so wait for that temperature to come down. Just comes down rapidly as you get away from the sun. The physics modelling on this is meant to be extremely good. I'm not anywhere near an expert on that. Alright, another anarchy. So, possible pirates. This sort of thing is very, very calming and gentle to do, you know. the occasional bit of panic, but largely you just move from place to place calmly, you make some decisions. I was going to look into an auto dock and I forgot, and I'm not that... Right, that's bad. See that line? If I smack into that, I'd just come to a stop and drop out of my super cruise, which is the way you move faster than light speed, but without jumping from place to place. You do kind of in the system. So you jump from wherever you are to the sun of the system. The effect this has is that
Frameshift drive charging.
if the stations are very far out, your journey time to the station can take longer than the entire journey time from your source, from your original point of origin to your destination. Famously, Hutton Orbital takes something like an hour and 15 minutes to fly from the sun to the orbital. Right, so this is interesting. There are very little in the way of scoopable suns here. That's the time, greater than 1 year, that's how long it would take me at my present speed to get there.
Drive charging.
If my velocity were not to change at all. That's why the timers are so confusing. Because all it's doing is giving you a constantly updated at the speed you are going at this very moment. If you were to make no changes, you would arrive at where your destination in that time, and of course that is constantly fluctuating. Alright. Now that I can get fuel, I'm panicking slightly that I haven't been able to scoop for a while. Well, stars without long designators and so on are quite often means there's people there, which means it's likely to be a bit healthier than the ones we were looking at just a moment ago. So,
Frameshift drive charging.
I might stop for a proper scoop there. Well, do a scoop before I move on. And once we arrive, I'm gonna log for a bit.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
That's fine. We're almost at our destination and fuel is not exactly expensive. And I have things to do, so
Frameshift drive charging.
in we go. And our sound issues are coming back. So this seems to be an incremental thing that happened this time, possibly a memory thing. Could also be the heat, it's pretty warm in here. Like in real life.
Fuel scooping.
We'll take some time to fuel scoop here. It won't take long. And it's relatively safe. Try and keep that in the bottom of the screen. Good.
Fuel scooping.
So, just going to slow down a little while we find our destination. Bennett Vision. One of the things I had to do with this control scheme was make the roll happen on the joystick, so this, rather than yaw, which apparently is the way the cool kids do it now. So we're going to gently roll. And we're coming down on top of the orbital plane for that system. It looks like. Just holding that thing. Gonna drop the speed a little. Get some fine control. Go a bit faster than that. Let's hold it there. Just try to get an angle on where coming in here. Alright, we're ready. See where we come in. Going to disengage. Now. That's pretty good. Boosting towards the station. We're looking for 7.5 kilometers. Contacts. Request docking. And we're up. Hello, love. I love her accent. Ah, someone who needs to be banned. Landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
39.
Hull integrity compromised.
Oh, slight scratch from the paint there. Probably a bit more than that. Turned a little too quickly out of the toast rack. Right, everything. It takes you a while to get used to the size of the vehicles. That's pretty good. I normally be more finicky about getting it exactly right, but good. And there we are. Gonna sell some stuff. Buy some stuff.
607 with origin Bennett Vision on our way to Buffalo.
LFT-42 traffic. Didn't catch that. Please repeat. 3906.
3906, squawk 77904.
Not bad. Already made quite a lot. I think when I logged in I had about 89 million. I spent a bunch on on.
Green 9 or 6.
Delta 3
That's our heat sinking link. So many hints you didn't used to have. Like this is the thing that's your. So oh, it even tells me how many I need. So this is our
Cargo hold.
second to last
Full
run.
capacity.
So it'll be worth on the next run figuring out
7 ready for warp.
what else we can bring back from here that's useful at leasty. So we're all set.
Right on 607.
What I was going to do, I'll have a look at the shipyard. No, not shipyard, outfitting.
246.
414 remaining days.
Have a great day. 414.
6 Delta 342 traffic. Go ahead.
Outbound by spring plant on our way to Avon.
246, roger. Squawk 301.
But it's not that. I think it's an optional internal.
LFT 42 traffic. EZ Physium Appliance Repair 4463.
246, ready for warp. Bye, have a great time.
Can do 246.
I'll have to look into that.
42 traffic. Peterson Moving Company 68063.
Peterson Moving Company 68063, LFT 42 traffic. Go ahead.
063. Walking from Crown Landing. En route to Perth City in LP 3475.
Yeah.
063, can do. Squawk 90077.
Nothing there. Although they might just not sell it.
Lines repair 4463, LFT 42 traffic. Go ahead.
I forgot I have these things, most of these things just in my.
With origin Crown Landing. Traveling to LP 3475.
It would take me 33 minutes. Well, yeah, I could get them sent here
Squawk 7414.
fairly quickly.
063, you are
But we haven't needed them that much yet, so I'll worry about that later.
Have a good day.
Cool, that's everything. Thanks for watching if you did.